What up, Copper family? As you can see, I'm looking at my phone and not my camera. I can't figure out why it's not working today, but I'm going to be looking at the camera, but I also want to be able to see what you guys are saying. So, weird day, but I definitely wanted to do it because I want to hang out with you guys. I think it's important that I'm here. So, I wanted to just say sorry that I have my camera or my phone on instead of my camera, but as many people say, life happens and sometimes equipment doesn't work. So I'm grateful that I have a phone that I can actually stream. So I apologize, but I got to look at my computer. And so I'm going to be talking a lot to my computer, even though I want to make sure that you guys are aware that I appreciate everything. So, but it's been a fun day. I got to go to the warehouse and got to do a little bit of filming. I got to do lunch at Culver's. I don't know if anyone has done Culver's before, but we're going to Culver's. We had lunch there. I had a sourdough melt with Logan. We talked business, got to go to the barbershop a couple of times, and then the equipment failure. So that's kind of what's been going on today. But I have a fun show for us, I think. I think we have a fun show. I haven't prepared anything other than things that are on my mind, and I have some ideas for content for tomorrow's. I'm going to go record our next episode of well, I think this will be 4 episodes in, so we still have several episodes to go that we recorded for Dad Bods and Beards. But I want to talk about the 80s and 90s and growing up, and I want everyone's memories and what they love to do during the 80s and 90s, because that's what I want to talk about on our Dad Bods and Beards, because I like to talk serious stuff. As you guys know, we talk about mental health, we talk about that, but also I like to keep it light sometimes, and I feel like we've had a lot of deep discussions lately, and I want to have fun. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about what your guys' experience growing up in the 80s and 90s was. From MC Hammer Pants to Garbage Pail Kids to Blockbuster to getting kicked out of the house until dinner time, and then your mom whistled really, really loud, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to be a fun day. But let's say hi to everyone. We got John. What's up, John? Appreciate you, man. Oh, Abby, how are you? Abby was texting me a little bit, but I got busy. Sorry, I stopped texting. Rick, I actually got to talk to Rick for a few minutes. I was at my son's soccer game, and I talked to Rick, and he's just one of the best guys I know. He's such a good person. Brent, how you doing? Another good guy I got to meet before. Such a good person. Darren, how you doing, man? And we got Robert. How you doing, Robert? Thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate that. Mark, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming on. And as you can see, it's a different view. I'm looking. This is my phone, but this is my computer. So this is what it is. My camera that's right here isn't working. Will, you freaking stud. Thanks for coming in. Mr. Santa Claus himself. Look at that. Tony, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you, man. I'm working on stickers as well. Melissa got all the stickers done. And so I saw your post about the air fresheners. And so hopefully by the scent of the month release, which you were a part of, I believe, and it's going to be fun. I have lots of scents out there that I've been testing, and I'm not going to lie. Agave, I forgot how good agave is. Agave and cactus, dude, it's pretty epic. And Jason, how you doing, man? Yeah, Jason, I will probably be able to get a hold of you on Monday, and we'll get that done. Just so you know, so you can start if you want. If not, no problem. You can wait. They're at building Culver's here, from what I've heard about Culver's. I can't wait till, dude. So I got melt, and then I got pretzel bites, and the pretzel bites come with individual cheese and all that kind of stuff, dude. And then at the end, I was at the table, and we were done eating. I'm like, Logan, you want a shake? And so we just scanned it, and I ordered him a shake and me a shake. I got a caramel Oreo, and they're called Concretes there. And he got a brownie chocolate syrup one. And I'm like, if you like chocolate, it looked really good, but it's not my type of thing. Yes, Blockbuster, 100% Be Kind Rewind. Santa Tom, how you doing, buddy? Oh, thank you so much. And Sam, this is Santa Tom. This is not normally how it is. I have a HD Sony camera right there but it's not working. I can't figure out what it works. It's just not connecting or communicating to the computer, so I have to use my phone. So I appreciate you coming on, man. Ask any questions. This is a pretty open forum. Any questions you may have for me, that's totally great. What's up, John? How you doing, man? And Santa Tom, thank you so much for coming in. It means a lot. Phil, how you doing, buddy? Thanks so much. I'm excited, man. I'm excited that you're here. That's my wife. Go to chicken tenders and pretzel place, dude. So I had the melt, and I haven't had the melt before, and it was, dude, it was like crispy bread. You know, like almost like it was just regular bread, but they crisp it and garlic it, and it was legit. It was really, really good. So that was kind of my day, and then we had all this. So, Dad Bods and Beards. We're filming tomorrow, and I really want your guys' input. Literally, I have a pen and a paper, and I really want your guys' memories because I want to talk about them all. What do you remember about the 80s? What do you remember about the 90s and growing up and how it was and the differences it is today? And like, we didn't have phones, we didn't have pagers, we didn't have any of that kind of stuff. And I just remember just loving life and just being outside and playing and playing and playing. So what do you guys remember? Do you guys remember Garbage Pail Kids? I absolutely loved Garbage Pail Kids. And marbles. Remember playing marbles at the playground? I don't know if you guys had that growing up, but that's what I sure did. And then what else was there? Blockbuster, like I was saying, Be Kind Rewind. And then you had the HD TVs, and you had then there was a war between Blu-ray and HD, if you remember that. 80s was my 10 years. I graduated in 84. Sweet, man. That's when Candace, my wife, was born, was in 84. And I was born in 79. So MC Hammer Pants, man. You were the king of MC Hammer Pants. You graduated with the Hammer Pants, didn't you? Or was that late 80s? Maybe it might have been late 80s. But either way, we all rocked them. We all rocked the Hammer Pants. Show binging wasn't a thing unless you bought a box set. So true, Mark. And not only that, you had to wait and staying up late to watch all that kind of stuff. And I remember sports being so much more important, funner, more competitive. I don't know what it was about sports in the 80s and 90s, but dude, you had like the it was just seemed like it was a lot more aggressive back then. I don't know about you, but wacky packages, I don't know what that is. When was that? What's up, Michael H? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I remember that. I remember, like, I talked about my son broke his elbow and his arm, like, and then dislocated his elbow, and from jumping off our deck onto our tramp. And I remember climbing a tree, probably about 2 stories high, so two houses. And I jumped off onto the trampoline. I did it like every day, like multiple times. It was so much fun. And I'm just like, dude, my kids did that today. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's so much different. Video Killed the Radio Star was the first video played on MTV. Wow, really? I know that song very well. MTV was actually music videos back in the 80s and 90s. It was it late 90s when they started doing everything like, you're like, what the crap? But I remember seeing I Like Big Butts by like Sir Mix-a-Lot on MTV, and I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Him doing push-ups on the butt and stuff like that in this big giant plaster. I always thought that was hilarious. Sports Star seemed like more of no, right? I feel like there's just do you think it's social media that makes everything just a little bit less glamorous? Like when it comes to celebrities, when it comes to people? Because I swear, like, I love the Jazz because I grew up in Idaho and then I moved to Utah when I was in high school. And I remember just seeing like Karl Malone and John Stockton, and I was just like in awe with them and just in love with them. Like Michael Jordan was it. And if I like saw the celebrity or sports today, I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I don't know how it is, but like when I went to Olympia and saw all these UFC fighters, I'm like, that's cool, but 80s, graduate high school, went in the service, and my first one was born in the 90s. First marriage, second son, 95 divorce. Met my wife, now we've married. That's cool, Darren. So 80s graduate, dude. So 80s movies. I swear their rating system was so crazy in the 80s. What they used to say, like, I don't know if you guys have watched any of the movies from back in the 80s. But the things they get away with then and now, dude, I watched Doc Hollywood I would say about maybe 3-4 months ago, because I remember just loving it. And all of a sudden, just a naked lady pops up out of nowhere, and I'm like, this is PG. And I'm like, no. And I watch Beetlejuice with my kids, and it's like swearing up a storm, and Teen Wolf. I'm like, dude, there's things that we could not fly today. And it's just kind of funny how we've progressed or digressed, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, I think it's funny. Teen Wolf especially. Teen Wolf was huge. Try to catch a song on the radio at the right time to record. Dude, no joke. I remember that. Exactly. Dude, that's so true. I was just thinking, I remember there was a girl that liked me. And she called me. She went to Weber High School. I went to Roy High School in Utah. And she called me one day, say, hey, hurry and turn it on. It was 94.9 at the time. I don't know if that's still a thing, but 94.9. And I hurried and turned it on, and it was them dedicating this song. And I can't remember what it was, but it's hysterical. That's so true. I was in the Navy at the beginning of the 80s. Okay, that's awesome. Thanks for your service. I didn't know you did that. See, I graduated in 98, so I did a lot of the 80s and 90s stuff. Had the mullet, had it permed, grew up on a bike, grew up playing sports. I mean, grew up shooting guns, because in Idaho, I mean, seriously, we could shoot guns in our backyard, totally okay. It was a lot of fun. I had a fun childhood. Yep. Word. When we all had to get good at coding, just put a song in MySpace. I never dealt with MySpace. We didn't have internet. We didn't have dial-up until, I swear, I was in high school. And that would have been like 95, 96. And I didn't even try social media until 2007, 2008, 2009, maybe. And that was Facebook was my first time. I've never been a huge social media person until around that time. And then I wasn't even big on that until Copper John's, a little before Copper John's, when I found this community, and I just loved all you guys. Like, we just all just kind of connected. We all kind of had one thing about our beards, and we all kind of just grew and became friends like that. So yeah, but I remember this. Got a little cover up divot on the top of the cassette so you could cover. Dude, so true. And then, like, you would have a movie that, like, you're so excited to see this movie. You recorded it. I remember recording, what is it? The robot one where they kind of were flying. What was that? And there was 3 of them and stuff, and they were kind of, like, flying back and forth. I remember recording that show, and I was so excited to see it. And then my dad recorded it over it and was watching a college football game over it, and I was so sad. What is that show? They were like almost like scooters. Oh, I remember. And then they were flying back and forth. Oh, do you guys remember Cocoon? I like Cocoon. Dude, I'm not joking, Mike. I've actually contemplated, but the problem is this. Just right here, it's just like, I don't want to have long hair and all that kind of stuff, and it just kind of looks like all bald up here. That's the only reason why I kind of haven't done anything with my hair, and I keep it short. Dude, be grateful, because it took forever to look at anything. I had Pong. Dude, I remember Pong. And I remember getting a TI 85, 86 in college, and having Pong, Tetris, Snake. And those are the first times that, you could play like a handheld game for me. Dude, dial-up was the worst. It was the worst. I used to skip high school, Dude, Nickelcade. They don't even have those anymore. Like we used to go to a place called Nickelcade. It was in Riverdale, and we would skip school and we would pay $2.50, and then and then everything, all the video games were a nickel, and so we would spend hours there. And 100%, I remember doing that. That was so fun. Uh, so fun. And then what else? I was thinking about the other things that we used to do. I think our social media was a secret. Dude, there was no such thing as social media. The things that we all did, and I mean all of us, we would not got away with any of it now because it would have got caught in video. Someone would have said something. It would have just like it just the things we said and did. Jeez. Voltron, I loved Voltron. Oh, absolutely. Voltron with all the they were the animatronics and they built each other on top of each other. Voltron, Captain Planet, He-Man, um, Thundercats, all those guys. Oh man, bringing back memories. Remember only having one phone line, and if Sneaky could pick up another phone in the house. I do remember that. I do remember that. And you'd get tangled up in the cord talking to someone because if you're talking too long because you got kind of bored and you're like, right, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh, got to turn. I remember that. Yeah, 100%. Yep, just what we were talking about. What I was just saying, absolutely. And do you guys remember the ones that the dial? So it wasn't the buttons, but it had the rotary call phone, dude. Dial-up took forever, and it was so aggravating, screeching noise, dude. Absolutely. Hand radios, dude. I was watching. So Christmas time we were watching Home Alone 2, and Home Alone 2 I love. I like one, but I love two. And I remember wanting for Christmas that what Kevin had, the little recorder, and then he could slow down the voice and make it deep and everything. And I got that for Christmas. Wasn't anything like it. But it was those radios. And you would just record yourself and all that kind of stuff. Oh, how things have changed. People are writing letters to correspond. 100%. Faxes. When did faxes start? I don't know. But I remember writing notes back and forth in class and getting caught sometimes. Yeah, rotary phones, 100%. Talk Boy, that's what it was. Talk Boy. Yeah, I remember getting that for Christmas. I was so excited, and then I got him like, wait, this is it. This doesn't sound like the movies. CBs. What's up, Melissa? We're talking about growing up in the 80s and 90s, and also my camera's not working. Can't figure out why it's not talking to the computer today. It's just not working. So I'm using my phone. But I got to look at the computer so that I can see what you guys are all talking about. But we're talking about growing up in the 80s and 90s and the things that we did. Did any of you guys wear MC Hammer pants? I call them MC Hammer pants or Hammer pants. I wore those. I just love those things. They were so comfy. I mean, I wish they were back in style because, people with big legs like me and a big butt, I like my comfy clothes because I have to buy extra big stuff just to fit my legs. I don't know if that's how you guys are. But playing football and squats and everything like that, I've always just had a big caboose. And so, I never got into vinyl. That's one thing I can say. I never got into vinyl. But a lot of people did. Parachute pants. Yep, MC Hammer pants. I call them Hammer pants. But parachute pants? Absolutely. And was it Kit and Play? Remember Kit and Play? They wore those like crazy. Skids. I'm trying to think of I can't remember what skids are. Zumbas? Or when you gave our computer aids in order to work for music. I remember that. I remember when back in the early 2000s when I was in college, it was the first time where are they called iPod? No, is it an iPod? The MP3 players. And because college, you got a discount instead of like $400, you got it for $200, and it was like 30 gigs of music you could go, and then you would go to all those Russian buy these things for 10 cents or doing exactly like you're talking about for LimeWire. And I remember downloading music. I'm like, I'll never listen to this, but it's free, and I want to have it. When music CDs came out, that was revolution, dude. No joke. I remember my first CD I ever bought was "So I Married an Axe Murderer." I don't know why, but that was my first CD, and I remember listening to it all the time. Yep, tie dye shirts, all that kind of stuff. First, did you guys ever do? Did you guys ever do drive-ins? My first drive-in was the Ninja Turtles, the very first Ninja Turtles. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but dude, that was Walkmans, then Discmans. Oh, dude, the Discmans were revolutionary. I remember loving the Discman. Jenko jeans. It's Brandon. I'm not gonna lie. That's one thing I never got into. I'm like, those are huge. Now they're wearing them, and I still don't like them. Acid wash jeans. I remember those. Hiking boots. I don't remember those. That's just kind of what we wore. Maybe that's why. I had a friend in high school who actually got busted downloading I guess in Napster and lost internet privilege for 1 year. No, I don't know anyone who's ever got caught. Even today, like it's so. First CD was gifted to a Space Jam soundtrack. Got myself the Weird Al bad haired. Weird Al, there you go. I forgot about Weird Al. Instead of who's bad, who's fat, all that kind of stuff, dude. That was good times. That was good times. There were some good ones by Weird Al. I remember that. The wallets and chains on them, dude. That's still a thing. I don't know if that ever left. I see a lot of people still do that, but maybe that's just our age, our generation that does it. I don't know. Dude, skating rinks. Melissa, I've been listening to David Goggins' first book. I can't remember what it's called, and it talks about his life and how his family, his dad, owned a skating rink. Dude, I had no idea David Goggins was abused like that. There's some sort of gnat in here. But, dude, I absolutely love that. You guys, I don't know if you guys, but us guys, where I'm from, we would get all spruced up, get all our dad's cologne on and stuff like that, and just like we knew the girl we wanted to ask for when it was time for that slow dance where you had to dance as a couple. We knew who we wanted to ask. Time came, never asked, never would happen, but I wanted to. All right. Mark, okay. Ernest Scared Stupid, Ernest Goes to Jail, all those Ernest songs. That was fun. But yeah, anyway, that was just fun. It was fun to reminisce about stuff like that, and I really want to talk about that tomorrow. Brand Dollar movie theater that was in Roy. There was one on 12th Street that COVID shut down, and they won't go up. It was my favorite thing. You could take your whole family to a movie for $12. Like for my family, for 8 of us, it was $12. You would go on Monday for family night. Dude, it was so good. You remember that on 12th Street, right? And then they had one in Riverdale, and they had dude. It seems like there was so much fun to have. Like there was water parks everywhere where I was at. There was tons of water parks. It just seemed like there was just so much more to do, and it wasn't as crowded. But that's just me. My senior year, the football team put on only chalk straps and masks over their face, ran down the hall, opened every classroom door, and looked at. Yeah, you would get like suspended or expelled now for that. 74 Shell. Dude, my dad had a '67 Chevy Camaro, and he sold it right when I graduated. But I drove that everywhere in high school. I loved it. But yeah, so that I had a lot more I wanted to talk about, but I didn't write it down, and I'm kind of blanking out. So how was everyone's day today? Like I said, I was trying to figure out this thing for so long. Oh, okay, so tomorrow for game night, I'm going to be playing Kahoot. Uh, I'll get to that, Yolden, please. We're going to be playing Kahoot, so everyone and their dog can play tomorrow. It's all going to You're just going to be jump on the phone, and there's going to be a bunch of questions, and it's going to be random questions, fun questions, serious questions, and then I don't know. Then at the very end, it'll tell how fast everyone answered, who was first, who was second, who was last, the average answers, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a fun game, so I'm excited for us to all play. Hulkamaniac, dude. I remember the first. I think the first WWF at the time, or was it WCW, was Andre the Giant versus Hulk. And I was 8 or 9, and I just absolutely loved it. And I thought it was real. I didn't know it was fake until my dad told me. And after he told me it was fake, I couldn't get back into it. I know there's a lot of people my age still that absolutely love it. I could not get into it as soon as I found out it was fake. I was just heartbroken. And it sucks. Freaking chaotic. We ran out of reagent of the chemistry analyzer and another analyzer. That happens, man. Sick all week. Oh, made it one day. Dude, something's going around. Like Candace and I were a little bit sick on Tuesday, and I had to miss work and not do anything. You had the Hulkamaniac wristbands and all. That's awesome. Garrett says it's real. Dude, when I found out it was fake, I was so sad. Like, no, real. It's like someone stabbed me. I was just like, oh, it killed me. You hit the beach today all day. Pretty freaking good. Abby, it is 76 here today. And I was sweating. And I'm like, dude, when it gets 100, I'm going to die. I'm just going to die. So I know I might have to actually take some time and fly out to Florida and hang out with the Abby. But I'll have to tell you what's going on in June. Everyone, I have a huge announcement, but it's not going to happen until June. Scent of the month is amazing. Is there going to be a bomb? Yes, we're making it tomorrow. What happened is we use unrefined shea butter. And when it's unrefined, what happens is, depending on the season and depending on how it is harvested, it can turn green, it can turn gray, and it can be yellow. When it is green, it is crazy, crazy nutty, crazy, like just earthy scent, and it overpowers everything. The batch of raw materials of our unrefined shea butter was green. I sent it back, and it was just, we could not use it. It was like so good for you, but unfortunately, it was just something that we couldn't use. And so yesterday, we got in another batch, and it's more of a grayish because, like I said, it is unrefined, but we can use it. And so we're going to be adding the bomb, but we couldn't. It was just too bad. Right? It's just like it was just too much. So yeah, some sun would feel good. Dude, sun is like 70 degrees is good. 76 outside is wonderful with wind. Like you could drive with the window down, feel good, all that kind of stuff. But man, my back was still sweaty. I'm just like, oh no, my back is sweaty. It's already hit that time of the year. So it's like 30 and rainy here, soggy butt weather. Dude, no joke. It is like crazy nice where we are right now. Like this is the best weather we've had all year. This weekend. Tomorrow I told the kids we got a trampoline for Easter, and I'm going to put it up tomorrow. Finally, we have good weather where I can actually take time and do it. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be like a perfect spring weekend here in Minnesota. That's what we are for us. I had sinus infection. Dude, sinus infection is the worst. All the pressure. And of course, someone immediately said, "You have COVID, bro." I'm like, dude, no, I don't, man. I'm not all curled up and sick. Just blocked up hardcore. Dude, it's true. Same here with wrestling. Once I was told and figured out it was fake when I was a youngster, I stopped watching it. Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't. But when Brock Lesnar went from fake to UFC, I thought that was pretty cool. And then just kind of find out who he is in real life, I was like, eh. Yeah, it's a little bit nutty. What's up, E? I'm so happy that you say 15 to 20% by switching to Geico. That's awesome, man. Cheers. Yep. Been a good day. Been wearing Oldie from Oil with Rio Blanco. Oh, I never would have thought Rio Blanco would go well with Oldie from. That's kind of interesting. I will say this, guys. I will not give you any information on what's happening, but be ready for May 10th. We're going to go live and we're coming out with 5 new things. 1, 2 things, 3, 4. All of them never been done. Maybe 4 things have never been done, ever. Not to what we're doing. And I'm excited. I've been working on one thing for over a year. Melissa, wouldn't you say about a year? Even before you, I've been working on this. And a lot of testing. And I've really kept it close to the vest. And no one knows, just a select few people. And I'm really not going to say what it is, but May 10th. May 10th is going to be a big day. Yeah. The caveman back in the day, man. One of the favorite commercials was the Budweiser commercials back in the day with like Bud, the frogs, Bud, Wise, all those. They had the best commercials. Putting up the tramp is the worst. The springs are always so hard to connect. Dude, we got a huge one. A 15 by 9 rectangle. And I think it's like 10 feet with the net. It's huge. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ours was a little bit more pricey just because it seems like we literally go through a trampoline every 2 years. My kids just are literally on it all the time. And with Ellie always, practicing her tumbling and all that kind of stuff on it, and my kids playing with her. So I spent a little bit more money just to see if it will keep, if that makes sense. Dude, 66 with heavy winds is kind of my forte. I love that. Double Dare. I remember Double Dare on Nickelodeon, right? Yeah, Rio Blanco. It's just unfortunate that they got rid of one of the fragrances. No, really, no hints. Just know that it hasn't been done. Literally. So I'm excited. I remember Terry before he became Hulk Hogan. He wrestled in Georgia. Really? He was a real wrestler? I didn't know that. And is it Bolea? I didn't even know. I just thought it was Hulk Hogan. I didn't know he had a real name. I remember his show. You guys remember his movie? I appreciate it, man. I'm hustling. I'm not giving up. I have had some stress stomach issues the past 2 weeks, and just growth pains, and I'm grateful for it. But it creates a lot of stress and havoc to my stomach because of it. You got to pass a short of you and the family on the trampoline. It's true. I really should. I think that would be fun. Your kids literally could jump all day on the trampoline. No, dude, it's so true. They just love it. Bigfoot might get proven by AI. I'd rather Bigfoot than aliens. Anyway. Dude, you listen to Wednesday's podcast and Dad Bods and Beards, and we talk about Bigfoot. It's all about conspiracy theories. So that's all we talked about on Wednesday. That's a lie. That's not all we talk about. But that was the plan, is to talk about just conspiracy theories. But me not knowing a lot of conspiracy theories kind of transitioned to just us talking. And I think it was funny. I remember Terry Bollea, before he became Hulk Hogan, he wrestled. Oh, did we just talk about that? Ric Flair. Appreciate it. We have a lot of fun. How do you guys like the black and white? I haven't asked anyone yet. What happened is the first episode recorded in the studio, one of the lights went out. And when the lights went out, it messed with the visual. And so he found that if you went black and white, it was okay. And so everyone seemed to really like the black and white. And so we're thinking of just keeping it so that I don't know. It just seems like it's more manly and stuff like that. Even though that's not what we're going for, we're just going for us. But it seems like that's what he likes. The video makes it much more intense. I love the black and white. Thanks, Melissa. Yeah, effective. Yeah, I think we like it. Even though, like I said, the next episode is just a bunch of just stupid. Less distracting, absolutely. But we do talk about God in the next one. We talk about Bigfoot. We talk about, so we talk about everything. It's hilarious. Talk about unicorns. And you remember the '80s show with Tom Cruise, and he was a human, and there was a unicorn in there, and the devil was in there, and there was fairies. It was called Legend or something like that. Do you guys remember that? It was like right when he started. Anyway, we were talking about that with unicorns. It was the most random conversation. I'll check it out. Incidentally, I've never heard or seen Bigfoot unless you're so dumb. But yeah, we have a lot of fun. A lot of ideas, but if you guys ever want to have us talk about anything, or if there's anyone that you want us to interview or bring on, we're going to be bringing in no, it wasn't Labyrinth. It was actually called Legend. Nope, it wasn't David Bowie. It was called Legend. And it was the weirdest good show. But Labyrinth was really good and weird too. But what was I just talking about? Oh yeah, we're bringing on a Navy SEAL who lost a couple of appendages on the next couple of episodes. We have a bunch of guys who were asking to be on. We're going to have Robert come in and talk about his life, what he went through, and as you know, guys, Robert is 11 years sober, and he refuses to shave. And because it reminds him of his sobriety. And so that's why he has such a long beard, is because he will not shave or cut his beard. And I think, how cool is that? Legend, great movie. It really, right? I remember it just being, you guys remember Quigley Down Under too? Totally opposite of Legend, but that was really good too. Excellent, right? But yeah, I want to take my wife to a movie tonight, but there's nothing that she wants to watch. I want to see the Civil War movie, but that's not up to her. Or that's not up to her. That's not her type of stuff that she likes. I just realized my name is up there. I'm taking that off. Dude, did you see the one post that he did on mine with that short where it's just black and white, or just not black, but it's just black background and just him with the light and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're like a freaking like model. That beard is just epic. I still watch Quigley Down Under. Tom Selleck is amazing. Like, he's still a good actor. Like, I really like Blue Bloods. Is it called Blue Bloods? I watch that every now and then. I haven't watched it for a while, but he's good in that too. But let's ask you guys a question. What do you guys? So another thing that we're going to be talking about, I really want to talk about friendships in our podcast. I want to talk about the value of friendship, what friendship can bring to your life. So why don't I ask you that? What do friendships do for you guys? Like, I know you have your spouse, but do you find that having friends outside of your significant other is important? And if so, why? Kind of curious what you guys think. Because I didn't think they were that important until I got a friend, like a true friend outside, and you guys, and now I have an outlet almost that I didn't know I needed. I don't know if you guys have ever done that or feel that way, but I didn't know I needed this until I had it. I didn't know I needed to talk about my feelings until I was able to. Does that make sense? So I'm just, I don't know. This is one show I can honestly say I've never seen, and I've heard such amazing things, and I've never seen it. I'm watching the police series, dude. Dukes of Hazzards. I did. So the dad on Smallville back in the day, I love Smallville growing up. I think it was in college actually, so I was pretty grown up. But Dukes of Hazzard was so good. But the dad on Dukes of Hazzard was one of the guys on Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I think everyone has the right to have a good friend that brings them up completely and makes them feel secure enough to be themselves and no matter what, and always like lift each other up. I think everyone deserves that. I like it, and I'm not usually really. Is it like the video game? Mind you, I've never played the video game, so I don't know. But interesting. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, it does. It does seem interesting. Like I love. I don't know the guy who doesn't have the nose and everything. He is the same guy who played in that where he was a husband and his wife passes away, so he's like the unicorn. And dude, that was the funniest show until they canceled it. I was so sad they canceled it. Honestly, I don't have friends. I meant to talk. I talk to guys from other states, but I don't have friends that called me up to do something. 100%. I get that. That's you guys with me. Like I have friends. I call you guys friends, but it's not something that, like, hey, you're literally 2,000 miles away from me, but you want to hang out. You can't do that. And there's only so much. But like today, I went to lunch with Logan. I was in Lehigh, and which is an hour and a half away from me. He was in Lehigh. I'm like, dude, let's go lunch. And we went to lunch and just hung out. That's something that you can't just do. When I was partnered, friendship had a different meaning. Now, 3 years hence, I value my friends through and through. That's awesome, Dino. That's awesome. I think that you don't realize what you have or didn't have until you have it or don't have it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I did not know. I needed it. I had it. So after 4 episodes, you're hooked. How many episodes are there? Okay, I will say this because I do have a TV right here, and I usually watch, YouTube channels. Like I'll watch Dan, I'll watch Bit of Respect, I'll watch everyone who's doing a live and stuff like that. But I do when I'm working down here. There's other things that at midnight nothing's on. Have you guys watched Shogun on Hulu? Dude, it might be my favorite show ever, but it's something that I can't watch down here because I have to focus because it's all subtitles, most of it. Dude, it's like one of the best shows ever. Like, I absolutely love it. I haven't received a text or call from any friends in about 5 to 10 years. I work trying to make plans. After being shut down so many times, excuse me, guys, I don't know why I'm burping. I'm good also running, so I liked it more, but I'm fine. Okay, so Michael, I'm not saying this is you. I'm not saying this is you. I have struggled, me personally, the past 2 weeks. Like, I mean, I was in a funk. I told my wife on Monday, I'm like a 10 out of 100. Like, I was in a funk. And I felt guilty for being that way, all that kind of stuff. So, you guys know, everyone knows, I'm in therapy and I have a Tuesday night. It's actually the same time as Cruz's show, so I have to watch his show afterwards. But I will sit there, and I was talking, and this right here, I told him I'm like an introvert. Like when I'm doing anything, I just don't really want to talk to anyone. And he's like, that's depression. He's like, you have to have a guy's night. You have to go do something outside of your home. You have to do it. And so that's what I called my friend, a different friend other than Logan. I'm like, hey, we need to do a movie. So we're going to do a movie sometime this week. We're doing all this kind of stuff. And I'm about a 70 now. And so from a 10 to a 70 is a huge jump, like crazy jump. Just the stress, like I said, the stress of this, the growth and the growing pains and the financial issues, the bills that we have went from here to here. Now they're up here. And it just, it wears on you. You're like, okay, how is this going to happen? How's this going to get fixed? And it messed with me. So with that saying is, you are never better by yourself. You deserve to have someone to call, to lift you up, to have fun. You're a freaking stud, and I'm grateful for you being here. And you're always welcome to be here. And if you ever need a call, just, let me know. I'm here, man. I have hunting and fishing buddies, but for the most part, it's been about my wife and kids. See, and I think that's healthy. The Rookie and 911 are on Hulu are so good. If you haven't seen those shows, Candace loves 911. Ah, thanks. Power is flickering in Ohio. I just want my pizza to finish cooking before it shuts down. So much winning, dude. Pizza sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Mike, you're a stud. You're a stud. I hope it finishes, Michael. We're cooking pizzas too. I don't know what we're eating today. Last night, Candace, the kids wanted waffles, and I can't do waffles. And so I don't know if you guys ever get into weird moods, but I adore, adore ham fried rice. Like really good ham fried rice. I swear there's nothing better than it. Like, dude, so good. And anyway, so I had ham fried rice while everyone else had waffles because I'm like, I don't want waffles. And so I had ham fried rice and egg drop soup and some steak. So that's what I had. And I'm like, you guys don't want this? You guys are nuts. But yeah, I was just kind of curious what you guys valued most in friendships because so we're going to film two. One's going to be on the 80s, and the second is going to be friendships and fighting for yourself. I really feel like a lot of people have given up on themselves, where they just go with the flow, where they just worry about pleasing other people. And I'm like, no, you need to give yourself time. You need to fight for yourself. And so that's going to be our second topic. And so, yeah, like I said, I like to do serious, but we also like to have fun. So we try to do vice versa. But we always talk serious in all of them. We always have fun in all of them. It's just what we do, if you guys know. Taco John's Pizza. We don't have a Taco John's here in Utah. So I didn't even know what Taco John's is, to be honest with you. Since moving to Arkansas, I'm an introvert, no friends here, but try to talk to my friends in Utah about once a month. Dude, Brad, you would have fooled me. You didn't seem like you were an introvert at all. Yeah, you were very well spoken. You were outgoing. I think, dude, that's crazy, right? I think it's just a coping mechanism out of depression when we're like that. I really do. I'm not saying that you're depressed. I'm not. I'm just saying for me, that's what it is for me. Also, I will say this though, Brent. I am okay going to a party, sitting back and just talking one-on-one to someone and just chilling and watching everyone else have fun. And that is fun to me. I used to have to be the center of attention, and now I don't. And I think that just comes with maturity. It's not, I wouldn't say that's an introvert, but that just wants to create relationships and understand and get to know people better than being an introvert. So take for that is that could be you. That kind of reminds me of you, is just because you were asking some amazing questions, very heartfelt, thoughtful questions, and that's just maybe. Thanks, Dino. Thanks. I appreciate you listening to him and everything. I miss I miss having people to joke around with or just chill with. But since high school, I've seen friends less, or to now, not at all. Mark, I talked about this. Actually, this episode, right, Melissa? I know you've listened to it. Dino, you probably listened to it. I talk about this with my son because he was having a hard time because friends are making fun of him because he's skinny, and I'm like, you should be grateful you're skinny. You know what I mean? You have your mom's body and everything. Like, you should be grateful. You don't want to be big and strong. That's what I was, and now look at. I'm just like, I wasn't not talking crap about myself, but I'm like, dude, you're going to be grateful. And they say, yeah, but they always make fun of me and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, buddy, right after high school, you're never going to see them. You're going to fall in love, build a family, and meet new friends. And you're going to be closer than ever. And I'm like, and if you ever see them, you're going to hurry in a grocery store or something, you're just going to walk away. You're like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going this way. And you really do ignore each other. I think it's funny. Did anyone else get a beard compliment today? Yourself counts. Some lady in a restaurant, she waited until my wife used the restroom. Kind of peculiar. Okay, now that your wife's around or gone, I love your beard. That's awesome. Always been introverted, even back in high school when I ran with a crew. I'd always slip away from everyone after so long. dude, I get that. Everything can be overwhelming, and that is okay. But, you know, being an introvert where you have zero social contact and stuff like that, I mean, we all need that. Like, literally need that. It's healthy. I've tried many times to reunite with my old buddies. People should never make comments to anyone's body, period. 100%. But it's high school. And you should, dude, I'm shocked with what some of the parents or the kids say today. Like, shocked. And, yeah, there's even some of the things that are so crude that they think is okay now. I'm just like, it's not okay to say that. It's not okay what you just said. But either way, Mark and Mike, if you just reach out to people and you got this, guys. And if you ever want to talk, I know I'm here. I know everyone in this chat will want to talk to you. I know Will, Bearded Bayou. It doesn't sound like he's in here right now, but he is such a huge friend to everyone in this community. He'll talk to you till you don't want to talk anymore. You're like, dude, it's been 2 hours. I'm done. The guy is just so much fun. So, yeah, being an introvert is totally okay. That's what I was just saying. Like, you don't have to be the life of the party, but I do believe that you need to receive that love from other people, that kindness and that friendship. Like, if you don't want to talk, but you go out to eat, go have fun. If you want to go throw an axe, go throw an axe. If you want to go to a movie, go to a movie. But you should do it with someone. So, but yeah, guys. So tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock Eastern, we're going to be playing Kahoot. It'll have a website and a code, and you guys are going to be able to. What's the thumbs down for, guys? You guys, you're going to be able to play anywhere you are in the world and play, and you don't have to be on screen. Even though I love you guys on screen, and Dino, I wouldn't think you're an introvert. You're hilarious, man. But yeah, everyone will be on screen who wants to be, but you don't have to be on this one, and it's just going to be fun. I think it's going to be a fun way to get to know each other. And it's not something that's like taken serious. We don't have to pretend to hear something like on Quiplash or anything like that. And I just something different. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you just have just a great night. Be able to have some fun. I'm going to a family party and we're going to do kites. Well, me and my kids and everyone are going to fly kites and have some pizza. So you think? I don't know. I'm not an introvert. We should do a study. Next week we're going to do a poll, and I'll say, are you a introvert or an extrovert? And we'll see what everyone says. Because pretty much everyone here has a beard. I mean, there's Melissa and there's Ellie, there's my wife, there's a couple other wives that come in and stuff like that. So I'm kind of curious. But that's Mike. Let's do that. I'd pay to see if I can live stream it on Instagram. That's not a problem. Yeah, I think it would be a great poll. Let's do it. I think we should try with a fishing pole. It's actually a fishing rod, Darren. No, yeah, it's my aunt does it every year. So we go for Easter, but Easter was just so cold, and now that it's warm and windy, perfect flight kind weather. So. My whole family's there now. They're just waiting for me. I have to go pick up my son from his high school practice, and then he does tennis. And so I got to go pick him up from tennis, and then we're going to head over there. So you guys have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for coming. And I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow. All right? Have a wonderful day, guys. See ya.